Hey critics, and welcome back to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel where you get commentary reviews and tabloid news. I'm your host, Patricia Hartley. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Y'all, let's talk about this good news for Gayle King. Congratulations are in order for Gayle King. She just inked a brand new deal where she's going to be staying at CBS Mornings despite all them crooked rumors spread about her. TMZ is where I actually saw it first, I believe. But the Wall Street Journal is the source I believe that others are pulling from, and then Variety.com as well. So those are the sources that we're going to kind of be using as it pertains to this particular upload. Okay, y'all? Well, Gayle not only inked a brand new deal, but I feel like everybody hears her and what she was trying to say when she was avoiding really getting into the mess of things as it pertains to when folks were questioning if she was still going to be with CBS. Now, she said rumors of my demise were inaccurate and greatly exaggerated. That's what King said in a recent statement. And then if you go back to around October or so, that's when she was kind of questioning, or should I say more like everybody else was questioning if she was actually going to renew her contract. Now, at the time of the report back in October, people familiar with negotiations were basically saying things like, you know, King would basically exit the morning show and potentially work for the company in like another arrangement. If I'm being honest, probably similar to what I heard like Hoda Kotb be doing when she determined that she was actually going to be leaving over there at the Today Show. I know, side note, Hoda Kotb is back over at the Today Show just because of what's going on with her co-anchor over at the Today Show, Savannah Guthrie, and her missing mom. However, if that had not happened, I know that Hoda would have been in a very similar to what I'm saying of the whole idea of having a book, right? I've retired, but you kind of have me doing things in other capacity. I think Hoda is also doing like a podcast, for example. She wrote a book. She was doing some promotions, like all of the things. But to be honest with you, was that really enough to really keep Hoda busy? I feel like I hate the circumstances, honestly, surrounding what's going on with Hoda, but I feel like she's in the perfect position to be able to sit in for her previous co-anchor, Savannah Guthrie. With that being said, let me get back to Gayle, okay? I want to talk a little bit about the fact that Gayle, the entire time, really, in my opinion, took a high road. She did not let the noise get to her. She even went on a sort of like interviews. She continued to go on interviews. She didn't try to avoid it. But she specifically did an interview with Sherri Shepherd, and I want us to take a listen to this. And the way Gayle basically handled the transition of, well, really not a transition, when you're in the murky middle of not knowing where you are or where you stand with a employer, and you have other folks out there who think they know what's going on. But this is the way Gayle handled it. Let's listen here to the interview that she did with Sherri Shepherd. This is going to be a little bit of, you know, Sherri also talking about her experience on the show and how many times she said Gayle's name. But let's go ahead and listen to this interview.
Try this one. When I was talking to our producers, I said, geez, how many times have I mentioned Gayle's name? Because we love to talk about you.
Whenever I hear it, I go, oh, God.
I know.
Please. Praying to sweet black baby Jesus. I'm going to come out all right.
We do. We talk about you.
Shout out to Black Baby Jesus, okay? If you believe, let it be black. Come on, hair made of wool.
Never malicious. You are
never.
You're never
always,
malicious. Yeah.
Always with love. But they told me, they reminded me, they said, I have mentioned your name over 100 times, Gayle.
No.
Just this year alone.
No.
Look, take a look. Gayle King just made an announcement that is out of this world. I went to the party for Gayle King. I thought Gayle was in space. Gayle King. Gayle King is an icon. I forgot.
So that was Sherri basically doing like a little recap of how many times she's actually said Gayle King's name on the show. But let's keep it moving. Otherwise, I'll sit here forever, y'all.
We were doing flying people out for my 500. You were an answer to a question.
I was. Did they get it right?
They got it right. She got it right. She was here.
Good.
And this is another thing. Like, we love talking about you, but I don't know how you do it because you're always out all night. Like, you go to all of the
Sherri,
events.
it's not all night. Stop it.
But I see it. But
it's not all night.
Well, I leave before you.
Well, I leave 2 minutes after you. So you go to the event.
You go to the
Quite
event.
often, I can't go to the after party.
Yeah, no after
But
party.
I do like to know what is happening.
Exactly.
So I don't want to say I go out a lot, but I do have an idea about what's happening in the world.
You
I
do.
love that.
But then how do you?
And you know what, side note, I know that she's not talking about dating or anything, but I remember that being something when people were asking her about like her dating life and whatnot. She's like, honey, I'm waiting for him, all of the things. But she said that she wanted somebody who keeps up with like, current events, what's going on in the world, because she keeps up with that stuff. So if they're not able to keep up, honey, is the conversation going to be boring? I don't know, but you may not have as much to talk about. So that is important for Gayle, it seems, to just have somebody that kind of keeps up with the current events and all of the things, because that's a part of her job.
Get back because you have to get up very early to anchor.
Well, it's tough.
CBS Morning.
It's tough. It's
like,
tough.
do you fall
Liquid
asleep?
cocaine.
No, somebody else got trouble for that. You leave that alone, girl. No, we're just kidding.
Yeah, we're just kidding. Bad joke.
Oh my gosh.
I saw something on Sunday mornings a while ago that said some people are just short sleepers. I wear this watch to figure out how much sleep I don't get.
Okay.
And I normally get 4 to 5 hours. It's not good. It's not healthy.
I know.
But when you're doing what you love, honestly, you just figure out a way to make it work. I really do mean that.
Yeah, because that's me, 4 to 5 hours.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm just going to chime in to say that I do agree with that. Like when you're doing stuff that you love, or you're going through the season of your life where everything is just like, kind of back to back, but for some reason and somehow you're able to make it work. I get it. 4 to 5 hours is not healthy to a person that is trying to tell you about healthy sleep patterns. But when you in the grind of life, sometimes that's all you need in order to keep going. Plus, knowing what you have next, knowing that the next thing you have is a goal that you're trying to reach, knowing that it's going to be one step closer to, your ultimate peak goal, right? I feel like that's a little bit of a motivator too. So
sleeping.
That's not good. That's not good for us. And I realize that.
I know, because we get up at the same time about 4 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning.
My alarm goes off at 3:24.
3:24.
I can sleep till 4. Yeah, you're lucky.
Oh, yeah, I sleep till 4:30. That's when I get up.
Yeah.
But you make it look so easy. But like you said, when you're doing something that you love, then you make it work.
I do.
And and that's the thing. And we love watching you every single day
on
CBS Mornings. Oh my gosh.
Thanks.
It's like that.
So we're like 3 minutes and 36 seconds into the interview, and now we're finally getting into the CBS-ness of it all. But you know what? I also mentioned that because whenever I've done a podcast or whatever it is that I'm doing, and I like interview people, and there's a specific thing that I want to talk to them about, you do kind of what they call sandwich it, where you say the positive stuff first, you get that out the way, and then you get into the meat and potatoes, and then you bring it back in and you cover it up with the bottom part of the whatever it is that you're going to cover it up with, right? That's what they call sandwiching it, right?
That's the one show I watch to get everything at once before, I just start this thing.
And you're the show I watch. I say to people all the time, Sherry has the best talk show because nobody can do what you do.
Nobody. Hearing Gayle say that, and then, of course, Sherry's show being canceled, but she's, of course, shopping around to see if she can find something else. You got a great compliment from Gayle. Girl, ride on that. Ride on the compliments, okay? And side note, I do hope that Sherry is able to find another network for her show. Good luck with that, Sherry.
And I'm not just saying that. No, seriously. I'm not just saying that because I'm sitting here, but you're funny, you're smart. Like I said, never malicious. I sit and watch you. I go, Sherry, that's exactly what I was thinking. Honestly. And nobody can tell the jokes. Nobody can do that.
Thank
nobody.
you, Gayle.
I keep it topical.
Thank you so much for that. I don't know, but this is something I've been burning to ask you because just things are happening. Like your co-host, Tony DeCapo, he just announced that
Tony DeCapo, we just announced that yesterday.
Yeah, he's moving to the evening news.
Yeah. We play this song and we're moving on up.
Yes.
Very happy for Tony.
Okay.
Very happy.
I'm all right. We're glad. I'm glad this is a happy thing for Tony.
Yes.
But then it's just been rumors that you may be leaving
I saw
the
those
show.
rumors.
I know. And I'm not liking the rumors. Is there something that you can tell us about this?
No, what I say is this. I'm not going to negotiate in the press, but, I hear one thing in the building and one side outside the building. I'll be reading an article. Go, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Right.
That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
So I've decided I'm going to stay out of the drama, and there is some drama. I'm going to stay out of that. I'm just going to continue to do my job.
Yes.
And continue to do my job.
And you do it so well.
And stay out of it.
And I'm going to leave you alone because when I read these things.
But I like the job. I'm told they like me.
Okay, well, we love you. You got to go by us.
So that's basically what Gayle had to say when she actually went on to Sherri Shepherd's show, and that was a couple of months ago. Again, I'm going to link that down here in the show notes as well. But she kept this very mature response. Even TMZ ended up catching her like outside when she was coming from somewhere else. But Gayle continued to just keep it very consistent and saying like, I see what the press is saying, but I'm on the inside and there is some drama, but I'm staying out of that because I enjoy my job at CBS and I have not heard, nobody's told me anything different. But also, y'all know there's only one Gayle King. Bari Wise had this to actually say. She said, "We're so proud that she'll continue to call CBS home. We're thrilled to have her on in the morning and equally excited to work with her on new enterprising projects that bring her talents to new audiences." That was a statement that actually Wise gave. And CBS News is considering a range of options, it seems, to boost the fortunes of its morning programs. You know, we've seen some shifts when it comes to morning programs. Some shows, unfortunately, getting canceled, some talk shows, all of the things, some switcheroo, not just because of the challenges, of course, that's going on with today, but also just because it's that time, it's that season. Networks are changing, folks are buying out people. We have a lot of streaming that's kind of taken over that really has network television in they panties are in a bundle. Let's be real about that, right? So they're trying to scram to kind of determine like what is going to be next for network television. Now, at a town hall held in January, Bari Wise also indicated that she's going to be dispatching Tom Sabrowski, which is the president of CBS News and a longtime ABC News executive, who's going to play a significant role in boosting the Good Morning America over today for a period of time. Because, of course, you know, they compare the ratings. You know, this show gets this is on this network, this show gets this is on that network. But according to this report here through variety.com, it does look like Bari Wise is going to be looking to Tom Sabrowski to just kind of like hopefully expand those morning programs, get a little bit more ratings, you know, boost it up a little bit, right? In some prepared comments, Sabrowski appeared to indicate that the show would stand by its current hosts, King, as well as Nate Burleson, and that was back in January before, of course, this announcement has come in March. But he called the duo fantastic partners, adding that we're excited to continue to evolve CBS Mornings and can't wait for what's to come. So while we're just now getting this announcement, it sounds like that January town hall was already leading to the fact that Gayle was going to be returning. And there's just been a lot of shaking up. You know, I haven't really been, I don't think, paying attention to it over the past 5 years, but the last couple of years, I've been a little bit more in tune to things. And so I'm interested to see what network television is going to be doing as we see the media layout just changing, just the whole, all of the things that's going to be a lot different than what they have been in past years. If you are looking for more free resources around journalist Gayle King, check out these free resources available via Hoopla, a free streaming platform made possible through our local library. It is called Journalist Gayle King CBS by Tammy Gagney, and also Note to Self, which is a book by Gayle King, inspiring words from inspiring people. Yeah. As a reminder, here at the Critic Chronicles, our goal is to provide quality but juicy content from websites, digital magazines, and tabloids, most of which are sourced from our public libraries. Research from the National Library of Medicine show that there are an estimated 17,000 public libraries nationwide, totaling 4 million visits each day. Public libraries are civic organizations that are committed to providing invaluable resources beyond books that are free and open to the public. Get your library card to access thousands of resources today. Also, be sure to subscribe to our backup channel, Hey Critics, also linked in the show notes. Thanks again for tuning in to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel where you get commentary, reviews, and tabloid news. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.